Peace everyone, Unmask here, and welcome back to the Drawing Journal. Alright everyone, so I am super excited to announce that my campaign, my Kickstarter, is 100% funded. In fact, it's $10 overfunded, which is fantastic. And anyways, real quick before I get into all that stuff, I hope everybody had a wonderful New Year's and weekend and everything like that. I did. Hopefully you saw the video that I posted yesterday of the fireworks. It was absolutely incredible. I couldn't believe, like, just everywhere on the horizon there was just explosions of fireworks just everywhere. The video does not do it justice. It was so awesome to watch. Anyways, moving on from that, back to the Kickstarter. So, like I said, I'm $10 overfunded, which is fantastic. And once I got funded, I realized something that I wanted to do kind of a stretch goal on my Kickstarter. And basically what I'm offering is prints of all of my work. So I've had a few people in the past week kind of ask me if I sell prints anywhere or anything like that, and the truth is I don't sell prints anywhere. I don't have any kind of store set up on my website or anything like that. So it gave me the idea of a stretch goal. And basically what I'm doing now is I'm offering prints of anything that you like of mine. So any of the artwork that you've seen me do, or if you go to my DeviantArt and you look at my DeviantArt page and see something that you would like a print of, I'm offering prints of all that. And basically what if you don't see the print already on my Kickstarter page, then you can just message me and say, hey, I want a print of this. I'll put it up on my Kickstarter page, and then you can back the project and get that print. I'm trying to get up to $400 now, and what the purpose of the stretch goal is to set up a store on my website so that I can sell prints regularly. Because to be honest with you, nobody, I think maybe 3 people has ever asked me if I have prints or whatever, and 2 of them were in the last week. So you can see why I've never set up a store to sell prints or anything, because nobody's ever asked me. So yeah, I think it might be a good idea for me to do that. And yes, so if you haven't backed my project already, now's a good time, because I don't know how soon I'll be able to set up a store to start getting prints made regularly. So this is pretty much the only opportunity I've ever given to get prints of any of my work, and I'm opening it up to everything I've done. With the exception of the 2 prints that originally went to Kickstarter, those prints are only going to be for the people that originally backed. I mean, you can still back for that same reward, but it will be for that price. And so I'm selling all of my prints of anything that you ever want for just $10. And so I got prints made, and I have them here. So these smaller prints here are what I usually give to my Patreon supporters. These are the 10 by 15 versions. And then these prints here, these larger ones that look really, really good, these are for the Kickstarter. So these are 20 by 30, and they look, I got them matte finished, so they look really, really nice. But yeah, everything on them is just great looking. Anyways, so this is a look at the prints that I had made and that I will have made. So if you are interested at all in getting prints of some of my stuff, then this is your chance. I mean, if I don't get fully funded, like I said, I don't know when I'm going to set up a store. So this is kind of the only chance that you have. Anyways, so I've been mentioning like over and over again, um, what YouTube channels I like to watch. Now I'm totally shifting the focus of the video. So I thought I'd give you some of the YouTube channels that I enjoy watching and that I'm subscribed to. Obviously, this isn't going to be all of them because I have like 160 and I'm not going to do that in a video. So I'll just go through a few that I just kind of went through the list, and because it was alphabetical order, these ones got chosen first. Anyway, so the first one is Art by Zappy. She does like graffiti work and a bunch of lettering. She did my name, my Unmask art logo, which was really cool. I shared that when she did it. I don't know, maybe 6 months ago or something like that. But yeah, that's one of the channels that I enjoy watching. Where did the rest of them go? Yeah, the next one is Jeff Lafferty. I've mentioned his channel a few times. He's one of my favorite artists that I've been following for a little over a year, I think. It's been quite some time, but he does really great movie art and figures. I got introduced to his channel through Artcast, which was a daily show when I started. It was like 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. It was fantastic. It was just him and a few other artists, guest artists would come on and everything like that. And they would just talk about art stuff, and then all three of them would be working on a project. It was a lot of fun to watch. I would love to see that show come back in its entirety. Right now it's more of a weekly show, but still fun to watch. So yeah, that's one of the other channels that I enjoy watching. Let's see, the next one. If you've been following my channel for any length of time, you know about Lacri Fine Art. I mean, I've been subscribed to her for 3 or 4 years now or something like that. Really a long time, but she's an excellent artist and a fantastic teacher. And I wouldn't even have started my channel without her. So yeah, that's definitely a must watch. Must subscribe. The next one is Alexandria Art. Now she hasn't uploaded in about a month, but she used to be pretty regular, and she does mostly digital art, but it's fantastic. She does a lot of cute animals and stuff like that, and then she does more realistic stuff, which is just amazing to watch. But I think it was earlier this year. Maybe it was. Gosh, was it? No, it couldn't have been 2 years ago. But she did coloring, a digital coloring of one of my drawings, which was awesome. It was amazing. I shared it when she did it. It was really cool. The next one is Daniela Trudeau Studios. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But she has, I'm pretty certain it's acrylic that she's working in. I haven't watched one of her videos in a few weeks, but she does just really vibrant work. I almost have a hard time believing that it would be acrylics because of how vibrant the blues that she uses and the reds, and just she does really amazing paintings. Her videos are fantastic to watch. Just gorgeous work, lots of detail. So definitely check out her channel because her paintings are amazing. I always love watching her videos because not only does she, paint amazingly, but she also does a little bit of, artistic time-lapse shooting, similar to the way that I do my time lapses. It makes the video just more fun to watch. Let's see, the next one is Brandon Jones. Now, he doesn't upload as regularly as I wish that he did, because his pyrography work is just fantastic. And if you're not sure what pyrography is, it's wood burning with that little pen that, you plug it in and it's real hot and burns the wood. I came across this channel like 2 years ago or something like that. And he got me interested in pyrography. I was like, oh man, that just looks so cool. So I bought a pyrography pen, and I did 2 wood burnings, I think, on my channel. I did the unboxing review thingy of the walnut hollow pyrography pen, and then I did a gift for my dad. I did a Chevy car, Camaro or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so his channel is definitely worth checking out. Christy Cat Knight. Oh my goodness. I love her work. I wish that she uploaded more regularly because her work is just so fantastic. Mostly colored pencils, similar to me. But she's been working on this series, the Zodiac series, and every piece is just so fantastic. I just love the way she makes her faces, and the color choice that she has is just fantastic. I love it. I can't get enough of it. I look forward to seeing more of her work this year. The next artist is Ryan O'Rourke. Now, you might remember him from the 10-minute painting challenge that I attempted to do a few months ago. He uploads, as far as I've seen, every Saturday, so it's nice to have regular uploads. And he does like 10-minute paintings, which are fun to watch. I haven't painted in quite some time, but yeah, his paintings are fun to watch, and he has great color choices, great tips for painting all kinds of scenery and landscapes and things like that. So definitely recommend his channel for tips and painting things. And then of course I can't go any further without talking about Black Summer Coloring. You might remember her from a collaboration that I did, I think in November. I think it was November. Maybe it was October. I'm not quite sure. But it was a few months ago that we did a collaboration. And one of the best parts about her channel is she uploads like 2 videos a week, I think. I think it's hard to remember all this stuff off the top of my head. But she does... she mostly works with inks and Copic markers for the most part, with a touch of colored pencil. But I love watching her videos because she always does narrations, which are fun to listen to. She talks about random stuff and random art stuff, and she's just pleasant to listen to. So I always look forward to her videos. I watch them every time, even though I don't comment every time. I certainly watch them all the time. And actually, I just was talking to her a bit yesterday, and we're going to be doing a collaboration probably in February. So I'm excited about that, to do another collaboration with her, because it was so fun last time. We did the art swap. I did the Toadstool Fairy, and then she redrew my my koi fish that I did like forever ago. So yes, definitely check out her channel. It's a pleasure to watch. The next artist, I swear, the next artist has disappeared off the planet Earth. I haven't talked to him. If we were physically closer in proximity, we would probably be like really good friends, and that's Import Autumn. I haven't seen a video from him in a while, and I always enjoy his videos because he's just a goofy character. And he makes me laugh, and his videos are fun to watch because he's funny. But goodness, we met through DeviantArt, and well, not only did we meet through DeviantArt, but he introduced me to my girlfriend, kind of in a way, through DeviantArt, my fiance now. Yeah, he does like I don't know how to describe his artwork. It's like it's lines and watercolors. It's really cool. It's not super complex. It's very simple, and his colors are really nice. And but his videos were always fun to watch. And I haven't seen him upload in like a month or 2 even. So hopefully, everything's good there. But you should still check out his channel. He's got plenty of videos to browse through and enjoy. So yes. Let's see, is there anybody else? Yeah, so the last person I also did a collaboration with, and it's very similar to Black Summer Coloring's channel, which is Hit Art. Um, I did I did the Coffee with Friends collaboration back in November timeframe, somewhere around there, which is the collaboration that I'm going to be doing with Black Summer Coloring next month. But Hit Art, she has really fantastic uh, drawings. She mostly works with the ink and copy markers from what I've seen. Um, but she has really colorful, kind of a really unique style of drawing and color choice, and so it's a lot of fun. She's been doing, what series was she working on? She was working on Seven Deadly Sin series. Not quite sure if she's completed it or not. Um, I think I've seen three of them for sure. But yeah, she regularly uploads. Pretty certain it's once a week. So yeah, between those 10 or so artists that I share, you pretty much have every day of the week covered. I mean, with me, you have at least 5 days a week covered. So yeah, that's pretty much it. You know, I've been going on for 16 minutes. I haven't drawn anything at all, and I apologize for that. I actually do have questions though that I'm going to get to. So I think what I'll do is I pretty much will just be talking to the camera the entire time. Um, so let's see. The first question is if I'm good at sketching from photos. Yeah, yeah, I'm good at sketching from photos. I'm good at pretty much sketching from anything. Uh, and then they go on to ask if I would be willing to draw some of the church in Poland. I haven't done architecture in a long time, and I don't really have any plans to. I mean, I certainly could. There's a few nice-looking churches in Katowice area. Most of the really nice ones that I've seen were in Warsaw and Krakow, but I don't know if I have any good pictures. I have quite a few pictures, but good ones that I would be willing to draw from, I don't know. Um, but um, as far as far as drawing from a photograph, it's really, I mean, it makes it easier because you have a direct reference. But when it comes to architecture, the I mean, most of it is squares. You can break it down into squares and rectangles, and you just build it like Legos, and then you add your detail over top of it. So I don't know what kind of tutorial I'd be able to do with such a thing. Um, if you want to know how I draw, you can watch the How to Draw Anime tutorial. That breaks down the steps in the most basic form. So I'd have to point you to that video. Let's see the next question. The next question is, do I have any tips on shading and adding details to make things look more realistic? Now, I think I've talked about this before. The kind of like the three major components to realism. And to be honest, shading and details aren't even the two most important things of getting things to look real. The number one thing to get things to look real is colors. If you're not using the right colors, then you don't have a chance. The next thing falls into the details, and that's the texture. What makes things look realistic is getting the textures correct in the picture, but the number one thing is colors. If you can't pick the right colors, then it's never going to look real. So colors are number one. That's the thing that you have to learn. If you're working with something like graphite, black and white drawing or black and white painting even, then the number one thing is texture and value. And goodness, the thing I would, if you're working with something just as simple as graphite, then the only thing that I can tell you to do is practice. When it comes to working with graphite, you only have one color that you're working with, so you can't really focus with color. But if you're working with more colors, which I recommend because it's more fun, I have a video on how to color everything, a guide to making an effective color palette. So I break down the way that I do it, the way that I break down my color palettes before starting the piece. I mean, one of the things I always emphasize all the time is planning, and I plan everything. I know what colors I have. In fact, these like 15 colors I have sitting here on my table, that's for a landscape tutorial that I'm going to start this week. And those are the colors that I'm using. I don't need the rest of my pencils because I've already planned what the landscape's going to look like, what colors I'm going to use. And I don't need any other colors because I know what my color palette is, from the first color to the last color. And all I have right now is a white piece of paper, but I have my colors. And I'm going to be able to use those colors to create a realistic landscape, because I've clearly established my color palette. And yeah, that's pretty much the best advice that I can get. When it comes to more realistic, there's this false idea that more detail equals more realistic, and that's not the case. For instance, when you have a background and a dominant foreground object, some people, they'll add way too much detail and texture to the background, and it just makes the picture look messy. You have to learn to balance that detail and texture in your image, and it just takes time to develop the vision, to see what you need to do versus what you're doing. I mean, when I mentioned this, I think I mentioned this last week in last week's video. One of the things that keeps you from progressing in your art is your inexperience. I was talking about how, if you don't know perspective and there's something off about the drawing, perspectively, you'll notice that there's something off, but you won't know how to fix it because you're limited in your experience of perspective, which is why you need to go out and learn as much as you can about all the different techniques that exist, so that you can visualize and correct. And it just takes time, it takes practice, and practice is, for instance, practice in art is a lot different than practice in, say, a sport. Let's say basketball. If you struggle with dribbling a basketball, then you might not want to just jump into a game and try to learn dribbling in the game. So you'll want to set aside time to just practice dribbling, because in a game, you have to wait for the ball to be passed to you, and then you have to be able to dribble. There's opponents standing in your way. So it's not the ideal setting to practice dribbling. So you have to do something that's not basketball, which is just dribbling a ball, in order to get better at basketball. And that's what's different about art. You don't not do art to practice art. That's the thing. You just do, and that's practice. So if you want to practice, working out details and working on colors, then paint a picture. Your practice is just doing. So when I think of the word practice for art, it doesn't feel like the right word to me. it feels like the wrong word actually. Just do art. Just make, just create. That's what it should be. There is no practice. There's just creating. You create, you learn, you repeat, and you improve. Like, and then that's what kind of sets art apart. Because in order to get better at it, you have to do it, which is different than like a regular sport or something like that. Because you have to practice one tiny thing. So yeah, I think that that's the last question I have. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and I still haven't drawn a single thing. It's sometimes it's really hard to talk about things and draw at the same time. So hopefully this video didn't bore you entirely because I didn't draw very much, and by very much I mean not at all. But hopefully you still enjoyed listening to it and watching it if you did watch it or just listen to it. Anyways, so I'm going to close out this video now. Remember, if you want a print of anything, check out the Kickstarter, and you can see a long list of the prints that I have already available up. And then you can see the reward. Choose the reward for the print that you want, and I'll know. And as of now, I have about 10 days left or so of the Kickstarter. So that's how much longer you have to pick a print. Let's see. I did already order the equipment to set up my live studio. It should be here in hopefully 2 weeks. I mean, some of the things haven't been sent yet, which is kind of disappointing. But a few things have been sent. They're supposed to get here Friday, but the things that are sent aren't going to do anything for me without the other stuff. So yeah, hopefully it'll be here maybe next week, late next week. But anyways, I hope everybody has a wonderful week. For tomorrow, I don't have a video. Wednesday, I do have the time lapse for the tutorial with a special guest narrator. Thursday, I'll have a chibi this of Spider-Man. He's somewhere here. He's here. There, you can't see him. And then let's see. What else? Friday will be the narrated tutorial for Wednesday's time lapse, which is the cherries here. And I have a ton of stuff this week, so I will see you all next time. All right, take care. Peace.